it's problematic. And like I said, the left and the right had finally started coming together. Even if it was only on one issue, it might be the most important issue of our generation. Right? I mean, if a country can get away with genociding an entire group of people and no one can do anything about it, and yet people start to finally see how problematic that is. Yeah, I think that we can consider Israel probably the most prominent issue of our generation, and solving the Israel question would ultimately lead to more conversations. And it turns out that was actually part, and actually is part of the it's part of the intelligence community plague book. So let me show y'all this video. It's from a
well, the official story of
Acted. I'm sure some of y'all have seen theirs. They do great work. And they talk, it's a former lieutenant colonel who has experience within the intelligence community, actually breaks down exactly what I just said and is saying what I have been saying since Charlie Kirk got shot. Let me show this to y'all. Because I was like, okay, so I'm not crazy.
Through the research that I've been doing, one of the fundamental principles is a thing called strategy of tension. And it is to keep populations divided, keep them in silos, and to keep them from talking to each other. Because what happens is when people talk to each other, they oftentimes find that they have a lot of commonalities and develop like an esprit de corps among them. And you cannot control people if they have commonality.
That's exactly right.
Okay, now I may not be a lieutenant colonel, but isn't that what I said to you guys? Whenever this whole thing popped off, if you've been watching since the jump, have I not said? I said it's very. I put out a reel about it the other day. I put it on Twitter. I put it on here. I said it's just really interesting. Not only that Charlie Kirk got shot when he did, not only are we getting these allegations about Israel, but it's really interesting that they immediately went to blaming the left, and the investigation hadn't even started yet. Despite the fact Discord is like, yeah, that conversation never happened. I don't know why they don't put us in this. Even though the text exchange between Tyler Robinson and the trans lover doesn't look real at all. Right? Even though even the legitimacy of him considering himself a leftist is like up in question. We don't know. At the end of the day, even though Tyler Robinson has never admitted to actually committing the murder, even though they paved over the investigation site, even though that Dairy Queen, for some reason, that Tyler Robinson went to is closed. That's a whole different conversation, right? But they immediately went to, it's the left, blame the left is violent. The DOJ took off a study off their website showing that that's actually not the case. Violent extremism in the U.S. is committed to the tune of 5 times more than any form of violence from leftist extremists, quote unquote. It was removed from the DOJ's website 2 days. In 2 days, after they started blaming the left. Why would you do that? Yes, that Dairy Queen is really close. But why was that so y'all know about Operation Mockingbird? It ain't gone nowhere. And that was, Benny Johnson tweeted out the other day that we know that 2 Democrats, one shot Trump in the head and one shot Charlie Kirk in the head. So now we've gone from first of all, what was it? Crooks? I don't know what the hell Crooks was. I don't know where they got that idea that he was a Democrat. I'm not even sure where that came from. Right? There's that. So there's the second thing is in no document, no voter registration, no video have we ever confirmed that Tyler Robinson is actually a Democrat. But like he immediately said two Democrats. He said two Democrats. One shot Trump in the head, one shot Charlie in the head. I'm like, what? I thought I was like misreading it. I'm like, huh? Hold up. Did we get new information about Tyler? He's a Democrat? That's news? No. That never happened. He's not a Democrat. But Benny Johnson said he was. It's like, Benny, in my opinion, I used to think Benny Johnson was an idiot, a disingenuous moron. No, he's a not. You're not. And you were part of this Operation Mockingbird. This has all been manufactured to have people arguing about which side is more violent, about who to blame, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, to be frank, it looks like Charlie was a sacrificial lamb. And it's kind of scary, actually. It isn't because I like Charlie. It's because, like, they made that, like, unfortunately for Charlie, you can't take money from gangsters and give it back, bro. Like, that's rule number one of the game, dog. You should know that. You can't take money from the gangsters that are extorting you and give it back. When they say they pay, you paying for protection, like it's not real protection. It's like, what we're saying is you don't got a choice. You fall under our wing. You are our responsibility. And you are there for us to take advantage of. It was our block. You can't get the money back. But then they created that monster too. They created Charlie. Because there's no way that you legitimately get an organization worth hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And it spread like wildfire to the degree that it did. And you are on the right side of history and you're doing it organically. That is called astroturfing. And they paid for it, just like they paid for it too, because Charlie, once again, either genuinely or opportunistically, was about to flip. It looked like he was about to damn flip like Gabby Douglas on them hoes when it came to Israel. Actually, he was not happy based off of them text messages. He was on some like, it sounded like he was about to say fuck Israel. Like, it's just what the text messages sound like. And they created that monster. But look how quickly they took his ass out. And look how many people seem to have been in on it. That shit is scary. Because it be your own people, y'all. It be your own. They was out there threatening HBCUs, threatening black people. Black people got hung, lynched people. Two young women got attacked, killed. They was going after everybody, and it be your own people. Check out the super chats real quick. Allegedly, MLK Jr. was killed with a 30-06 at a closer range than Kirk, but MLK's bullet hit his jaw, his collarbone, and then shoulder blade in order to stop inside his body. Anyhow, it's notable. I didn't know that he was shot with a 30-06, but I mean, that would make sense. JFK's book, Profiles in Courage, has Governor John Slayton for posthumously commuting child killer Leo Frank's sentence, making him seem more innocent so the ADL could fundraise. Ironically, Israel killed JFK. Yeah, that's what happened. I mean, a lot of people actually say like JFK, even though he was making he made his pivot, we do know that, but that he was killed by the same monster that he created or he gave into, basically, because he was trying to play the game too much, and he got in bed with the wrong people and was giving mixed signals. And when he finally decided to take a stand, JFK didn't know Governor John Slayton was bribed by what became the ADL to posthumously commute Leo Frank's sentence. Slayton did catch hell politically, but it wasn't courage, it was bribery. Interesting. I didn't know that. Did not know that. But look, I'm gonna give you another example, y'all. PSYOP. It's a PSYOP. It's an I don't know how to say it, y'all.